So I'm Tina Bulmer from AB Contracting. We're agricultural earth movers, so we have dozers, excavators. We started more with a grader and tip trucks, and we do a lot of agricultural work. So we do work for farmers, trying to increase their productivity off their land. So, well, when we first started looking for an accountant was when we first set up the business, which was in 2007. So we're just a sole trader then. It was just my husband just working for himself. And we didn't have an accountant, of course, because we're young people, and we just approached Kristen because we knew her personally. And she's just seen us through our growth and really pointed us in the right direction as far as first compliance, but also just educating us on business, and that's been a huge value to us. In business, I really think you have to build up these relationships. So you've got your banker, you've got your accountant, you've got your solicitor, you've got your insurance broker, and you need to have good relationships with those people, because when you need them, you need them. You need them to know what's going on so that you can, if you want to grow, that is, which we want to, we're excited about business, and it gives us a reason to keep going, I suppose. And those relationships are really important. So having built that with particularly with Kristen over the years, it's just a ginormous help. And if you don't know what accountants can do for you, then you don't know what you're missing out on, because there's accountants that just do the boxes and flick and tick and yet put your tax return in, and then there's people that really know what they're talking about and help to grow you and help to manage that growth. So that's really important. Well, we've learnt a lot. We've been learning as we go along. Obviously, being still reasonably young, it's just everything's been a learning experience for us. And, just having at each stage, just sitting down and, doing our tax planning. It started off with just tax planning, and now we're doing more business development stuff as well. So our class is not just the numbers. That's what they say. It's not just about the numbers. It's about business. So it's really important. Well, as I said, 2007, sole trader, one bulldozer. We got our first employee in 2014. So we were 7 years just by ourselves. First in 2014, then we had two more. So now we're up to, we've recently moved to a company and we've got 12. So that includes ourselves. So 10, I suppose, yeah. So the opportunities are there, and I think Kristen and her husband too, they role model that. So they're really progressive in business, and they're if you want to be around, you may as well be having a go. So they're really good at role modeling it, and the attitudes of everyone in the office is the same. Let's get this stuff done. Let's just hammer it. So I really love it. They're interested in what they're doing, and they want to help you, and the service is excellent. Like if you ring in the morning, they get back to you that day, if not within an hour or two. The service is great, and that's what I like, because when my husband, I suppose he's the operations manager, so he says what's going on, and I follow through with the bookwork and the finance and everything else. He says, right, I want to do this, and we're doing it today. So having those people, for me, that I have contacts and that will jump when you need them to and do things, is just, as I said, it's invaluable. We've got a feel for what the business is doing, and our next step to go forward is to get this plan of where we want to go, and then work out how we're going to get there. So as you said, we don't want to be doing this forever, because it's pretty hard work, especially on my husband. He's operating and running around and doing all the footwork too. So, and Kristen's very focused on that as well. There's not much point busting our guts for all these years if we don't have a plan. So building towards the future, we're looking, as you said, not just what we've done, but how that's going to. So preparing budgets and sticking to budgets, and looking at budgets versus actual, and saying, well, we've done that, how can we improve on that? And that's just the basics. They're interested in what you want to do, and they get themselves into your business and into your mind, and they know, because we're in a small town, they know our business, they know our clientele, so that's an advantage too. Yeah. But they don't just think small town. Yeah. they think globally, which is very important too. Yeah. Well, I would say to anyone that asks me, do you want someone to do your books? Get anyone. Do you want someone to grow your business? Do you want someone to actually take an interest in what you're doing and get you to where you want to go? I mean, we go to tax planning every year, and it's not about the year that's gone, as it's just as much about the year that's coming and the year after that and the year after that. You know, what are we going to be doing in 5 years, and how can we set ourselves up for that? So if that's what you're into, this is where you need to be.